What I have is what we call a molding head, and there are insert cutters. This is a cove insert cutter in here now, and we're going to use this to cut a cove. I set it for a relatively light cut for the species of wood I'm working with, and I'm comfortable with the amount that's being removed. A harder wood would require a lighter cut. I have 3 feather boards on here, one clamped to the table to push the stock in toward the fence. The fence in this case appears to be a piece of particle board, but it's been screwed to the actual metal fence and it's locked in position. These 2 feather boards are then clamped in place. So as I bring the piece of wood under here, you can see that they will hold the stock in a true orientation. Also, it's difficult to remove it because of the pressure of the feather boards. I also put a mark on here, again an arrow, and I'll put that against the fence as a reference. I am centered well here, but if there were just a slight difference, I would like to make sure that all my pieces were cut uniformly. That way I can flip them one way and be sure that they'll fit when I miter them or put them together in any molding application. So I'm set up for the cut. I'll be using a push stick to guide this through. The way these feather boards are positioned, I have adequate room to do so. Now, if you look at the quality of the molding, it's actually better than the original surface on the wood, which was done with a planer. So the cut quality is very good. The molding cutters are very sharp, and they're doing a good job. I want this just slightly larger, so I'm going to elevate the head just a little bit and make one more cut, remembering that I'm cutting the entire periphery of that cove again, so I'll be removing a lot of stock. Again, I've got my reference arrow, and I'll use that to help me out. What I've now done is put a wooden throat plate in, and I've got bead cutters in the molding head. This will make that small round in my stock, and that's what I'm trying to achieve, is this decorative look right here. So this piece will have one on each side of the cove, and we'll make that by making 2 separate cuts. Here's the regular metal throat plate that goes inside, and you notice the wooden one, being held in here by the fences and the feather board, has a much smaller opening in it than this one does. This is very important if you're working with smaller stock, or if you're bringing that corner over. I don't want that corner to fall into that opening. So by making the opening as small as possible, I can reduce the likelihood of anything like that happening. So you'll find yourself making up wooden throat plates for various applications using molding heads, and I'd encourage you to make those up. It's just an investment in doing the job safely. I know a lot of the members have talked to me about this before, and they ask, is this the right way to go? And it is absolutely the safest way to make that opening as small as possible. So let's set these aside and go on with the cut. Okay, the top has been shaped, and this gives us a molding. You've seen a number of molding applications now. The next thing we have to do is cut the edges for rabbets, either at a 45 or flat.